Today we're going to take a look at the Stormbox PRO, the successor to one of my favourite portable speakers. Welcome back to another episode of STU'S Reviews. This review can be split into three parts. First of all, I'm going to show you the unboxing experience and take you through my initial impression on the sound. Then I'm going to do a bit of an extreme test, which you're going to want to watch, and then I'll come back to you with some final thoughts after a few days of using it. But primarily, I'm here to see whether this can be a decent sequel to this, my favourite portable speaker, the Stormbox. In fact, this isn't called the Stormbox. I got this when it was still called the Max Boom. Tribit decided to change its name to the Stormbox. Don't know why. Max Boom. I don't think I was ever a fan of that name, so Stormbox sounds a bit better. But I'm here to find out whether or not this can be a sequel like Empire Strikes Back, rather than a sequel like The Phantom Menace. But before we begin, I want to say a massive thanks to today's sponsor, Stellar Data Recovery. Stellar Data Recovery is available for most machines and is super useful at recovering a variety of files from documents, photos, emails and videos across a variety of storage devices such as HDDs, SSDs, thumb drives, optical media and even RAID setups. As well as this, it's capable of repairing corrupt photos and videos. And one of the best things is, it is super easy to use, and there's even a free version to try on smaller files before you buy it. If you want to give Stellar a go, I will leave a link in the description below as always. But let's get back to this, get this open and find out if it's any good. I'm not going to lie, I do have some massive high hopes for this. Genuinely do. Well, I've already opened this. What am I talking about? I had this open, but I didn't test the sound. Right, first of all, Tribit, if you're watching this, single-use plastics. Stop using single-use plastics in your packaging. There's no need to use plastic, because it just goes in the bin. So please stop using plastic in your packaging. Don't matter how good your speakers are, stop it. Right. Here we go. Now, my initial impression of this was that I liked it. The fabric feels a bit softer than the previous version. This one feels, I don't know actually, maybe a little bit softer. It does seem slightly different, the fabric style, if we get up close. It's not too different, but it is different. And I think it does have a slightly softer feel to it. Let's get it on. Right, we're paired up. Now, it doesn't actually, when you put them side by side, seem that different in size. It's definitely got a larger footprint, but it's not much bigger. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Now, it's got something called the xbass, which boosts the bass there. I'm not going to turn that on just at the moment. This material is a bit fingerprinty. I've just put moisturiser on. That is a bit fingerprinty. I will say that. On the top, we've obviously got the standard controls that was on this. We've got the volume up, volume down, and play and pause. So let's play some music. So about 30% volume here. Yeah, it's very punchy, straight off the bat there. It's okay. Let's turn the xbass on. Okay, nice bit of juice there. Okay. The xbass button really does make a big difference. Let's turn it up. That's only at 50%. What? That is the loudest small speaker I've ever come across. That is so loud. This is only 50%. Okay. Okay, it's interesting. I'm gonna have to listen to this. I'm gonna have to listen to this. I have to get this one up, just to compare them. Now this one. It's interesting. I think they're different sounds. This is very good. It's certainly a lot louder than this one. So if you are looking for something that's going to be loud, this one is going to be your bang on the money. But the sound is quite different. I'd say this one's a bit more even across the range. And for that reason, it's probably got its roots in the Pro name. It is more even across the board. But this is a bit more textured. I think it's definitely got a fuller sound to it. A bit more rich on the lows. This just tends to be too even. And sound is subjective, really. One person will love a type of sound, another person will love another type of sound. And if even sound is your thing, then the Pro is probably definitely the way to go on this one. However, if something with a more rich sound, especially down in the lows, then the Tribit Max Boom, or Stormbox in this case, is probably a better way to go. But the reason really I wanted to do this episode was because it's not just the level of sound that you get from these devices, because this one is fantastic and this one is great as well for the right person who wants that even sound. For me, I prefer the slightly richer sound of the standard one. But it's not just that. It's the fact that these are waterproof, and they're supposed to be very waterproof as well. Now, when I did my review of this, I thought, do you know what, I'm going to go a bit mental, and I'm going to take it in the sea with me, snorkeling, to see exactly how well it performs. I just want to show you a clip of that. And as you can see, it's still here, and I still use it on a regular basis, so it has lived up to the fact that it went in the sea snorkeling with me for a good half an hour and still works. I want to test this in the same way, and I almost want to recreate that same shot that I made in that particular episode. It's one of the best shots I've ever done. So I wanted to recreate it with this one. The only problem is, the country's pretty much still locked down at the moment, and I can't go anywhere. So this is the best I can do. Well, it's a little bit different than it was last time, but it does appear to still be working fine. I will say the softer material seems to have a little bit more of a rattle when it gets really wet. A bit of a shake, see what happens. That's better, now that it's not sodden. I mean, it's quite impressive that we're at a point where I can literally sit in a hot tub with a speaker. Right, I think I'm going to chill out for a bit now and have a listen to this a little bit more. Look at that, it's quite cool, the effect on there. I'm going to have a chill out, have a listen to this a little bit more. We'll see if it survives having gone in the hot tub. Well, that's enough of showing you what my OnlyFans usually pay for. Now let's run through some specs while I get changed and formulate my final thoughts on the Tribit Stormbox PRO. Firstly, its IP67 rating is what makes it able to survive in my hot tub up to a metre deep for half an hour. Although it can, I wouldn't advise taking it for a dip in the hot tub with you. I've done that so that you don't have to, but it'll certainly survive getting wet. It's got all of the modern expectations I have for a portable speaker. Bluetooth 5, 24 hours of playback, and the ever wonderful USB-C. In terms of its sound, it features a rather large 3-inch subwoofer, 2 40mm speakers and 2 passive radiators for an extremely competent and even sound, and although I haven't tested this particular feature, it can be paired up to a second Stormbox PRO for stereo sound. So now I'm back in the studio and I've been listening to this for the past few days. I've changed my mind considerably about it. Having had the opportunity to listen to a variety of different sounds, I've begun to appreciate the clarity that this thing can give off, and at extremely loud volumes for such a small form factor. I mean, look at it. It's tiny, but this thing is loud. Thing is, without a doubt, this is a very different sound to the standard Stormbox, which I feel applies a very heavy character to the sound coming out of it, which is very appealing to my own ears. But as I've said, sound is massively subjective, and I think the overall clarity and even sound that comes out of this will actually appeal to a lot more people than what comes out of the standard version. And the thing is, this is only £120 at the time of this review, and actually at the time of this review, when I checked the price, there's even a £30 voucher that you can apply to this, which makes it £90. For 90 quid or even 120 quid, the level of clarity that comes out of this is unbelievable, and I believe that it's an absolute bargain. However, I do have just one small criticism on the Pro over the standard. It has been something I've mentioned already in my initial impression, and something that we kind of talked about in the hot tub, and that is the material they've used on the outside. There is definitely a difference. They're very similar, but this is a bit softer and it doesn't feel quite as tightly wound around the body as the standard version. Now this has two implications. The first is that when it's certainly very wet, it does rasp a little for the first 10 seconds while it gets rid of some of that water weight. Not a problem unless you're dunking it deep in water, but it's definitely something that needs to be considered. But secondly, it could mean that being a slightly softer material, it could damage easier. Now, I don't have any example of this because I haven't used this that extensively. And as you can see, there's very little damage done to this, and I've taken this everywhere, including the sea. So that's quite phenomenal. Will this hold up over time as well as this has done? I don't know. If I was going to make an assumption, it potentially isn't going to be quite as rugged because of the softer material, but only time will tell. And I'll certainly be spending a lot more time with this because it is so good. I do want to test its longevity so that I can potentially even recommend it in one of my top gadgets this year because it has been that good. So, we'll come back to that one. But as I said, which one do I prefer? And this has been a real pain in the bottom for me. I have literally been tearing what little hair I've got left on my head out, trying to work out which one I prefer. And the thing is, I don't know. I really like them both. I think this has a certain character that absolutely appeals to me. But with the volume and clarity that this thing can drive, it has some amazing positives over the standard. I just find them both very competent speakers, very good price points, and generally some of my favourite portable speakers that I've ever tested. And I just do not know which one I prefer. And I think it goes down to that. If I was to help you make a choice, if you were looking at both of these, whether to get the standard or the Pro, I think if you prefer a more even sound across the board that can go a lot louder and hold its clarity at really loud volumes, then the Pro is the way to go. If you're just on your own and you want to listen to a bit of music on the go, then the Standard possibly is the way to go there. But as for the Stormbox Pro, I absolutely love it. As always, I will leave a link in the description below so you can check it out for yourselves. I will leave a link to my review of the Standard one. Remember, it was called the Max Boom when I originally reviewed it. They just changed the branding and the name of it to the Stormbox, but I will leave a link in the description below to that review if you do want to check that out as well. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for joining, and if I have helped you or entertained you today at all, I would love it if you could hit that thumbs up button. I'm trying to get to about 500 likes on every video at the moment, so every thumbs up really helps me, and I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you back for another episode of STU'S Reviews soon.